is Mike Vrabel, head coach for the Tennessee Titans. This following video is going to talk about interior line play as it relates to the outside linebackers and inside linebackers as we move forward to try to improve the game, protect players from unnecessary risk, but most importantly, be able to coach the techniques and create a culture that may protect players and reduce injury while we play this great game that we all love. Starting off here with the rushing the passer as it relates to the speed to power. You can see here that 43 off the ball as he comes in, creates a linear position. The spine, the neck, and the helmet are all in line, making contact with the top of his helmet as he attempts to get into the middle of the pocket, push the pocket back. We'll try to show you examples here, ways that we can try to avoid that. Looking here at 55 on the left, you'll see the speed to power move again on the line of scrimmage. Body's in a linear position, contact's being made with the crown of his helmet, trying to eliminate that. We'll talk about leading with our hands, keeping our face up, but certainly trying to take away that linear position that has become prevalent in our game as we rush the passer in this particular move. So you can see here the body position. We need to do a better job of leading with our hands, keeping our face up. Moving on, you'll see another example here. 75 here on our left. Body's in a linear position. Head is down. Back is flat. Neck is straight. Everything's in a straight line. We need to create more angles. Be able to bend our knees, play with body lean, but put some bend between our neck and our spine, keeping our face up, leading with our hands. You'll see it again here from the sideline. And we all understand that this is a popular move. This is a move that you need to have as a pass rusher, but we're going to try to create examples and coach it where we're able to lead with our hands, still have the body lean that you need to push the pocket and affect the quarterback, but try to stay out of this linear position where everything's in one straight line and contact's being made with the top of our helmet. You know, another move that comes up that's very popular is the pick games, the ET games, the TE games. Can be very effective, but what we're trying to do is, again, eliminate this body posture where the spine, neck, and helmet are all lined up, and it's one straight line. We need to try to make sure we remember to bend our knees, lead with our hands, make sure our face is up. And I'll try to show you some examples here later on of it being done in a manner in which we'd like it to be going forward. Talking about obviously taking on blocks, you'll see the guard and the outside linebacker here pulling out and around. You can see that the outside linebacker has created the linear position. We're trying to get that straight line out of our play, make sure that there's some angles in our spine and our neck, and then our face is up and we're leading with our hands. Remember to keep in mind that the helmet should be used as a protective device as opposed to making initial point of contact. As we work our way here in the tackling, as the ball gets down the field here, 44 is chasing. And, you know, sometimes we understand that contact's unavoidable, but the body position that we make it in it can certainly be avoidable. So we have to, again, recognize this linear position and try to improve our efforts to coach it and play with some angles in our body and our knees and our neck and have the ability to not create this straight line approach where everything is lined up in a straight line. Again, you'll see on the end of the line of scrimmage, as the outside linebacker attacks, you'll see him do a good job with his leading with his hands, but the head is down, the eyes are down. He's looking into the ground, creating a linear position. And while effective, there's better ways to do it so that we avoid the straight line linear contact with an opposing player. Again, working off the tackling, you'll see here number 50 as he attacks the quarterback and breaks down. You'll see him in a linear position. The helmet, the neck, and the spine are aligned. He's making contact with the top of his helmet. There has to be, and there will be better ways to make tackles. As you see, 44 coming in here, working to make some shoulder contact, but again, the helmet is lined up with the neck and the spine, creating a linear position on contact, just continuing to work to get the helmet out of there, face up, making shoulder contact. So we look to transition towards some good examples. You'll see here there's separation, there's length, there's body lean. He's leading with his hands. He's able to affect the quarterback, get into the pocket without creating a linear position. See 56 here on the left. Does a nice job of leading with his hands. There's a little bit of helmet contact. We understand that's going to happen. There's inline play. But the face is up. He's avoiding the linear position that we talked about earlier. And he's able to affect the quarterback. Again, you'll see 56 here on the left. Attack the offensive tackle. He's leading with his hands. His face is up. There's angles in his body. His knees are bent. His face is up. It's an effective rush. Gets into the pocket. Forces an overthrow. Again, 56 on the right. Does a nice job of leading with his hands. His face is up. Still has his body lean. There's contact with the face mask. He's able to push the pocket, get off, and make a play. There's separation there, allowing him to make a play on the quarterback. See 55 here on the left. Convert his rush, his counter move into a speed to power. He's leading with his hands. You can see now his face is up. He's making contact with his face. There's an angle between his spine and his neck. He's got the body lean required, but there's a lot of separation there. There's great body lean, and he's able to really have a nice rush. Again, you're going to see 55 here on the right on a kick-out block. Most importantly, what I think we need to do is we need to continue to lead with our hands. We need to shock with our hands. We need to make sure that our face masks are up, which you can see it is. And then he's able to contain the quarterback. But that's the example of leading with your hands, continue to keep your face up. As we look at here, 99 on the right-hand side, you'll see him lead with his hands. His face mask is up. His neck is bowed. There's an angle between his spine and his neck, and contact's being made with his face masks. It's an effective move to push the pocket back. Talking about the inline pick games, you'll see 56 here does a decent job of attacking inside. His face is up. There's good contact. There's a good collision. Okay, his face is up. You can see that there's an angle between his back, his spine, obviously, and his neck. The helmet is able to pick and drive and effectively get to the quarterback. Again, 55 here on the right, working an ET game. You'll see as he comes in here to pick the guard, his face is up. He's making contact with his shoulder, and he's driving to the quarterback, an effective rush. As we transition on, we'll look at the fullback and the inside linebacker. Obviously, a play that's a physical play. Not trying to make it any less physical. Okay, just trying to make sure that everybody's conscious of what we're looking for as we coach it and play it. That both guys' helmets are up. You can see both of them have gotten their helmet to the side. 55 and 40 have both made shoulder contact. Okay, he's throwing the flipper. It's still a physical play. Both players are in good body position. Their knees are bent. Their faces are up. And they have good angle with their spine and their neck. Looking here at the end of the line of scrimmage on top, 90 and 89, the tight end, there's going to be contact, okay? We understand that. There's going to be contact, okay? But you can see 90 and 89 are both leading with their hands. Their face masks are up. Their faces are up. There's going to be helmet contact. Both players have their faces up, leading with their hands, able to shed and get to the ball. As we look at 59 here on the left, okay, you'll see that now the helmet is down. Okay, he does a good job of trying to lead with his hands, but he can do a better job of obviously keeping his face up on initial contact. Down here at the bottom, you'll see with 90, again in the tight end, good strike, good blow delivery. The player's leading with his hands. His knees are bent. Got a flat back. His neck is bowed. His face is up. There's contact with the helmet, but it's in a position where we feel like it will make the game better and obviously try to limit unnecessary risk. Here at the end of the line of scrimmage, okay, with the right tackle and the outside linebacker, both players will make contact. There's a good collision. It's a physical play, not any less physical, but there's shoulder contact. Both players have their helmets up. Their faces are up. It's a good collision. And it can be done without putting your helmet into a linear position with your neck and your spine. Hopefully that'll help as we move forward to make our game better, protect players from unnecessary risks as we transition to making the helmet a protective device, but most importantly, coaching the techniques and creating a culture that may protect players and reduce injury.